Spotify, an organization that was established when the music business was battling with unfortunate income and the privacy issues. Do you know there were tons of applications that started streaming music before Spotify? Like Napster, Grooveshark, Pandora, Deezer, and all of them struggled and were finally destroyed by the lawsuits. But the two successful entrepreneurs named Danielek and Martin Lorenzen considered this to be a potential chance to foster another type of streaming service to respond to the growing challenge of online music piracy. The outcome was Spotify, which as of now holds a 32% of the market share as well as a wellspring of unmatched music experience for more than 433 million monthly users, including 188 million paying subscribers. Spotify has become so influential that now they have the power to decide who will make or lose in the music industry. Today, in this video, we'll talk about the success story of Spotify. Hello and welcome to Business Profusion, and if you are new here and want to learn more on the world business, entrepreneurship and success failure stories of businesses around the world, then subscribe to the channel and click on the bell notification so that you never miss an update. So without further ado, let's get right into the video. The story of Spotify starts in Stockholm, Sweden with a boy named Danielek. Daniel started his entrepreneurship journey at the age of 13 when he started creating websites from his home. He first started building websites with $100 and then grew the business to charge up to $5,000 per website. Daniel also recruited students from his class to work with him on websites in exchange for free video games. By the age of 18, he was working with a team of 25 people and earning more than $50,000 per month. After dropping from college to pursue his IT career, he worked in a few companies before starting Advertigo, an online advertising startup that was sold in 2006. Daniel then served as the CEO of MuTorrent, working with founder Ludwig Strigius, who then joined Spotify as a developer. After MuTorrent was sold in 2006, Daniel had made enough money from his previous gigs to retire, but he chose to start another startup, Spotify, with Martin Lorenzen. Before starting Spotify, Daniel was well aware about the downsides of free music streaming service and the legal issues with it. With the examples of Napster, Tunlin, and many others, Daniel saw the opportunity. Daniel once said that he realized that you can never legislate away from piracy. Laws can definitely help, but it does not take away the problem. The only way to solve the problem was to create a service that was better than privacy and at the same time compensates the music industry. And that gave us Spotify. In the next couple of months, Daniel, with his team of developers, worked on this innovative streaming technology to download songs in bite size with reduced buffering, just like YouTube did. After 2 years, in 2008, beta version was launched for Spotify, but it had a catalog that was completely pirated music. The service was then available on an invitation basis only in Scandinavia, France, Spain, and UK. The service expanded quickly due to its ease of use and lack of buffering. But the next step was to convince the American labels like EMI, Sony, Universal, and Warner Music, who held all the legal power and wanted to have a paid subscription model. Daniel always wanted Spotify to be a free app with revenue generated from ads, but record labels were inclined towards getting a fixed price for each music stream. So the deal was made on the middle ground. Almost 1/5 of the Spotify shares were offered to the Big Four. Also, it was decided that Spotify will have both a free and a paid subscription model, and record labels will get a cut from music streams as well as from ads. It was a win-win deal, as record labels were already fighting with declining sales of CDs and the pirated music that was eating their profit, so digital music gave them an opportunity. Also, the deal was important for Spotify to survive in the United States. Spotify also partnered with Facebook with the help of Sean Parker, the Napster founder. This gave Spotify a needed boost during its early years, when the app was integrated with the social media platform. As of 2022, the Big Four labels are responsible for 87% of the content on Spotify. Surviving the transition to mobile, Spotify went public in April 2018 with a market cap of $26.5 billion after the first day of trading. Today, Spotify has over 82 million songs from record labels and media companies. The company has more than 6,500 employees in multiple locations. Spotify works in both freemium and paid subscription models. Basic service is free with ads and restricted control, while ads-free and offline listening is available through paid membership. Spotify, as of now, is accessible in 180 plus countries. Users can look for music based on the album, genre, artist, and can also create, update, and share the playlist. Spotify has created a digital age difference in the way music is consumed. We no longer go and play the album, we hear the music with playlist which is personalized based on the interest. These playlists also give a boost to the artist, and Spotify has already shown the power to bump any music they want to the top of the playlist. But all this didn't come smooth for Spotify, and company has faced its share of struggles and controversies. Many artists have spoken negatively about Spotify. In 2012, Patrick Carney of Black Keys said that Spotify is not fair to artists. Taylor Swift was also one of the first who left Spotify in 2014 and talked publicly about the low pay for the artist. In an interview with Yahoo, she said, "I am not willing to contribute my life's work to an experiment that does not feel fairly compensates the writers, producers, artists, and creators of the music." Though she came back to the platform in 2017. In 2015, Neil Young also removed his music from Spotify, but later returned back to the platform. Despite all the controversies and negative news, Spotify as a company has been growing as a music streaming platform. From acquiring small music, content, and tech companies to a growing user base, Spotify has already taken a big space in the industry. According to a report by Traxon, Spotify has made 27 acquisitions and 6 investments, spending over $834 million. They have invested in multiple sectors such as radio tech, music tech, and social platforms, and their recent acquisitions include Sonatic, Podsights, Chartable, Megaphone, Ringer, Gimlet, and AnchorPods. Spotify highlighted the growth of podcasts on its service with over 4 million podcasts in 2022, compared to 500k in 2019. 1,000 of these podcasts are either operated or licensed as exclusive by the company. As per Spotify, in Q1 2022, the podcasting business is 300% up from 2020. More than 125 million users listened to podcasts in Q1 2022 alone. Even with this kind of growth, Daniel says that Spotify podcast vertical is still largely in investment mode and not yet profitable, and it's a $20 billion opportunity for them. Spotify is investing heavily in content such as videos and podcasts, attracting more users and advertisers. By investing in more services and tools for artists, Spotify is trying to attract artists away from the record labels and toward independent creators, which may allow the company to pay lower royalties over time. Spotify listener growth may help it to negotiate much better terms with record labels over time. The company is heavily investing in artificial intelligence as well. In 2021, danielek invested 100 million euros in defense company called Helsing.ai, a European artificial intelligence company that develops national security and defense sector technology. After this investment, Spotify received backlash from artists and users on the streaming platform and received a movement to boycott Spotify. But we have seen artists who are leaving Spotify are coming back to the platform. The company has grown so big to be ignored, and no matter we love it or hate it, Spotify has changed the music business forever. So that's about Spotify, a company that took advantage of the industry conditions and consumer behavior and personalized the way music catalog is built with an impressive platform. They took an advantage of a head start over all their competitors in the United States and internationally, and with innovative and sophisticated tech, they changed the way music is consumed now, with playlists and recommendations. Well, what do you think about Spotify's story? Let me know in the comments below. If you are interested to know more on the businesses around the world and tech innovations, please check our website. The link is in the description below. If you've enjoyed this video, please do like it. If you're new here, please subscribe to the channel. And with that said, I shall catch you in the next one. Thank you and have a nice day.